And we'll figure. So, as a reasonable human being, the way we think in this universe, we agree that some common criteria that we all go by. When we cross the road, we don't become hyper skeptical. Whenever we think reasonably about wearing a jacket, we go by reasonable.
I'm not wearing a jacket.
You are wearing a jacket.
I'm wearing matter.
That's fine.
I'm wearing a concept.
You can label anything. Also, it comes from concept.
But none of us are actually here. We're all a concept.
Right. He is physically here. Everyone can see that, and let the viewer judge. What we
everyone see that though?
Yes. Apart from the blind one.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
We all interpret things differently because matter is.
No, we're not talking about matter. What we are talking about is here from non-existent to existent. Yes. So we define that nothingness is not exist. It's a concept. So then the following option, Allah said, Am humul khaliqun, meaning can the things create itself? Meaning, can I give birth to myself, or can the book made itself without a process or without a maker? We all know that this is absurd, because the things that we see in the creation, in the reality that we perceive through our sensory abilities, those 5 senses, that we know for the fact that if I show you a jacket, you would not, if I say, oh, it comes automatically in existence, the chain comes, the leather comes, and it will fly together in the sky, you won't believe it. You will say, look, man, you need to go somewhere else. Right? So now we left with one option now. And I'll give you an analogy, and I want you to think on that analogy. So now we deleted 2 possibilities from nothingness and self-creation. That both possibilities gone out of the window. Now the only option by default, there must be something created it.
Does she agree on this?
I'm asking. Now I'm gonna give you the analogy, and then we will say.
Go on.
Now I'll give you a box. I'll give you 10 balls. If you remove all the balls, is there anything left on the box?
That is a matter of opinion. You're on Schrodinger's.
No, I'm just simply asking.
No, if you can't see anything in the box, does the box exist? You're on Schrodinger's territory.
No. I'm saying.
Talking about physics.
I'm talking about. I'm using a layman language. I'm using a box full of balls.
Just because the box is empty, does that mean the box is empty?
There we go. You agreed. This is what I wanted to know, because there are within our reality that we see, there are matters which is unseen matter like gas, carbon, so many things that exist. So when we talk about those nothing, I said the absolute nothingness, not the relative nothingness. When you go home or you called your friend, there's nothing in the home to eat. That nothing means nothing about the food. When we talk about the existence of the universe, we agree that this universe comes into one point, and it didn't come from nothingness, because nothingness cannot produce something.
Well,
this is the argument. Quran is challenging people.
I mean,
what would be your response?
My response
from absolute nothingness
would be, the whole point is from absolute nothingness become something, because that's how matter works.
So can you define the absolute nothingness then?
Absolute nothingness is an absence of feeling and an absence of emotion.
Emotion is not a physical thing, or it's not a.
That has come.
As you speak, like emotion is not a matter, or it's not a physical thing we can define by the existence. Emotion.
But from nothingness comes matter.
But nothingness, so does he have a brain? Does he have a brain?
Matter.
Does nothingness have a plan? Does nothingness have a plan?
Well, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Can an unplanned, an unconscious agent create something?
Well, you've just described chaos theory.
I am asking a simple question. When we define that matter, can that matter conscious and willful to bring something into existence?
Eventually, yes, it will, yes.
Do you know what you have done?
how existence works.
Do you know what you have done?
No.
I'll tell you what.
Go on.
Because if you agree what I have said, you actually agree the attribute of the maker, that Islam we believe. That
Oh,
being.
I don't disagree with Islam.
Now, exactly the question.
Of course I don't.
Exactly. Now,
Like,
as a skeptic, when
I
you said
love
you
the
are.
philosophy.
Yeah. When you said as an atheist, then I wanted to give you a perception from deductive angle to come to a conclusion that when there is no being to create with, the creation doesn't exist in the first place. That's why I had to.
Look, I have no issues with the philosophy of Islam. I think it's a great philosophy.
So,
What do you think?
yeah,
What's
no.
the philosophy of Islam according to you? So far, you know.
Sorry, but then
Well,
Najmul,
no,
I
you
I
just
wanted to
summed
make
up
the point. Yeah,
From chaos comes nothing.
Oh no, that's
From nothing comes
something.
something. And you have your rules, obviously,
Yeah.
that came from a great being,
Yes.
excellent.
but that came from nothing.
Oh, okay. So, regarding Islamic point of view about how the universe come to an existence form, or how we get the universe in first place, it's not from nothing. We say there is a originator. We say there is a creator. We say there is a designer behind all of those things. So, we have the logical reason for saying those things.
Yeah.
For example, when we say nothing, we all agree that nothing means absence of everything.
Yes.
So there is a level of nothingness, as my brother described, that if you look at the first level of nothingness, we see, for example, I don't have anything in my hand, so nothing in my hand. But doesn't mean there is the absence of energy, doesn't mean there is the absence of...
But we're not in denial that nothingness existed.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
We're not
That-
denying
that's
that.
fine, that's
We're not
fine.
denying that.
That's fine, no problem. So what we are saying in this regard, that if the nothing, for example, you talk about the material world, which is physics, right? I talk about the material world. Material world consists of matter, right? Material world consists of the things.
Yeah.
Material world consists of particle. Without particle, we cannot get the material world, right?
Correct.
But within nothingness, does nothing contains material thing?
Because it will not be nothing, it will be something.
Yeah, no, but
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Do you see? So now, Allah, I think the following part, what you have said, let me finish the point, and I think you made the good point here, that when we define those attributes of making things into existence, right? So, as someone looking for the, searching for the truth, you will see when we look at the universe, you will agree with one thing, without a doubt, that we see the demonstration of power, we see the demonstration of will, and we see the demonstration of action.
Yes.
So we see the process. We are, as a Muslim, I am extending my argument to saying every process has a processor, which is how we think in this world. So now we come to that God, we define Allah, the creator, we see.
I
And-
don't disagree with that.
Right, exactly. Now, if you don't disagree with that, that means you believe the concept of God in Islam. Do you agree? Because there are level of agreement. Because if you say I agree with that, then you have to agree with his totality. Meaning, if you say I accept him is existent. Look, accepting God and in existence and accepting God in a totality
I don't
are two
believe
different
in-
things.
I don't believe in God or
Okay, that's
Allah as a concept. But there
Because
is
it's a real
obviously-
thing. It's not a concept. It's a real
But
thing.
there is obviously a design
Okay, excellent.
Exactly.
Excellent.
going on.
Excellent.
I
That-
believe in design.
Okay, excellent. That's fine.
Yeah.
We are
But-
progressing. We are progressing. Yeah.
But that design doesn't necessarily need to be an ethereal being.
Okay, that's fine.
That
That's fine.
design could be physics.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's have a. So we both agreed that universe cannot come from nothing because nothing doesn't contain the material or the things which has to be in presence in order to get
Sorry,
the universe in an existence form.
I've got
Oh,
one,
you
thank
got
you.
Okay. Do you agree so far that
Yes.
universe? Okay, that's fine.
So far.
So if universe cannot come from nothing because nothing doesn't contain any particle, to get the universe, we need the particle at first place. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay, good.
we came from nothingness. What happened?
Oh no. We are not coming from nothingness.
Well, we did,
Like we agreed, nothingness cannot bring about the existence of the universe, right?
but it did.
It did. According to what?
Nothingness brought life.
No. If the nothingness doesn't have the particle, for example, if something doesn't have particle, can it give the particle?
If you don't have the money, can you give it money to me?
No.
Exactly.
No, so
The
far do
same
you
way we are saying that if I don't have something, let's say you want money from me and I don't have money, I can't give it. So what we are saying, if the nothingness is existence of everything, it can't create something because it doesn't offer the thing I'm asking.
Okay. So
Do you see your point?
Okay,
Yes?
that's fine. That's fine.
Do you see my point now?
Excellent.
Yes. Now, we then conclude that this is something. And then now how we label those something, that when we look at this universe, see the creation within our surrounding, then we see that the design, we see the power, we see the demonstration of actions, and then we look at the attributes. What are those attributes? And then we see, is this something they're calling God in Islam?
You just summarized religion.
I didn't summarize religion. I'll tell you why.
Like-
I'll tell you why I didn't summarize religion. I just
You
no.
summarized the existence of something from nothing, and that's what all religions believe in.
No. We didn't do from nothingness. We, by default, we have to find there must be someone. This is what. That's why we done the deductive argument, so that by default we find there
But who
is
is
something.
that someone?
Exactly. Now,
Why is it Allah?
right, exactly. Now, when we demonstrated this universe, you see the demonstration of power. You see the rotation of the sun and the moon. You see all of those powerful things happening. Like I said before, if you want money from me, I need to have money in first place. If you see the power, that means someone more powerful has to bring that power into existence. Right. So these all powerful, we say, Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir, meaning Allah is able to do anything, meaning within His power, He has the might, right? Then we say, Allah said He is musawwir, meaning someone who design things. So when we see the design, Allah said, do you not look at yourself and look at the universe? You see the design and the pattern, right? And Allah said, Allah even remind us, Allah said, Huwa alladhi yusawwirukum fil arhami kayfa yasha. Allah is the one who shape you in the wombs of your mother the way He does, right? So that demonstration of design, power, will, ability, these are the things we label as an attribute to Allah. Now I'll tell you why is not defined any other religion. Because if you come to deductive argument to find out that God is like that, then you would not accept Christian God, because the God is dependent on food and He is created. A created being cannot be a God.
I don't believe in Christian God. He's a
Absolutely.
jealous God and
Yeah.
a bit of an
So
arsehole, actually.
now I have, yeah,
I think
John.
let's break some,
I-
So I think we agreed on the nothingness cannot.
I think let's close this point.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
So
we
regarding
have
the
done.
next point.
Yeah.
What I am saying, if the universe was not in existence, do we agree that universe does have a static, right? We all agreed that universe does have a static. Universe have a static.
Najmul,
Okay.
I think let's discuss. This is she agreed already.
Okay.
She agreed with the Islamic concept of God. Maybe if you can give me some information why Allah sent prophets and messenger, why we need guidance.
let's-
Yeah,
let's
maybe.
refuse to believe in a greater being.
Yeah. So like,
I sympathise that Allah's a good
That's the reason I
teacher,
want to.
yeah.
So if
but
we.
can't we all have our own?
Yeah, sure.
No. But question is, it's not about. Let's say if I prove you something is true, and your belief and the way you live, it doesn't go align with your understanding. But although you rationally believe with me, so do you wanna follow your own way of desire-based belief, or do you wanna accept something objective
I'm
in the
happy to take guidance,
right. Okay.
but I'm not going to follow it blindly.
Right, exactly. Now the question is, you understood objectively through example we demonstrated there is a higher being. Now if there is a higher being, should you not accept anything? Are you saying you're gonna reject whatever come from that objective being?
No, I'm going to take it objectively.
Right, exactly. Now in order
Find my
to
own way from that.
exactly. Now that objective source communicated his message to you. He didn't come directly to you. So he communicated the message with prophets and messenger. Those prophets and messenger came to you. They first established that they have an exemplary character and they never known to be a liar. So you can accept them as a test. I mean, they have enough evidence to accept them as a truthful person. As we take testimony in our life, a lot of the things we do based on testimony. Now, along with this truthfulness and objective way of accepting them, they also come with miracle that human mind cannot figure out, or human cannot imitate that. And that's prove them they are from that source.
Okay.
Now, once that criteria has been established, will you accept that message? I'm just setting the foundation.
I'm willing to explore that message.
Fine, fantastic.
I'm not
So
going to accept it right now.
let me give you a prophecy about.
Sorry, do you agree so far that there is a greater being?
Yes, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, excellent.
I'm not saying it's an ethereal
Okay,
thing.
no problem.
I'm saying there's
Acco-
obviously something that exists greater than us.
Excellent. So according to your rationality, according to your sound reasoning, what will be the attributes of these greater beings? Must attributes, necessary attributes in order to be that greater being.
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay. So
I've
how,
explored it enough.
okay, can it be all powerful or not all powerful?
I don't believe in an all-powerful being, no.
Okay. So how about the intelligence? Does this big greater being has to have the intelligence or without intelligence?
We've obviously come from somewhere, right?
Okay, excellent.
I think
We've obviously come from somewhere.
I think
And we've obviously come from an intelligent source.
Okay.
I think you know when you say all powerful. If you reject all powerful, that means you actually reject your reality.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, fair.
Exactly. So we retract. So if you retract your position, then if you say all powerful, then we can actually come to the God of Islam simply. Because in the God of Islam, we say God is all powerful. Exactly. So she retracted position, and may God bless you. May
I'm not saying I don't want to explore Islam.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
saying I'm not fully committed right
Nah,
now.
absolutely.
I do appreciate the position though. I find it very interesting.
Yeah. But the
And
question,
I like it a lot more than
I
Christianity,
appreciate that. I
Christianity's
appreciate.
bullshit. So,
I appreciate now. If you establish this one powerful argument, which is all powerful. Now, if you let's look at the religion in the world in a snapshot, you will find all of the God that people are worshipping, that they do not fulfill the criteria of all powerful.
no,
How?
I do.
Right.
This is my issue with religion.
No. The issue with the religion, not with Islam. Do you know why? Because
Well, no.
that Islam clarified the true attribute of the God. Like for example, when you see a Hindu worshipping a cow, you would say that cow is not all powerful. I can't worship the cow. When someone present you a man God,
Exactly what she is.
now let me finish and then I'll. But when you realize that the power, I see the demonstration of power, the God must be all powerful. Then which religion actually attributing that all power, and you will find Islam.
I literally came here to get a Quran because I appreciate Islam
Sure.
as a concept, as an atheist.
No, but my question was, I was demonstrating what you bring, and then we deeper into going to the
You
conversation.
need to go and get a bus though.
But okay, we have given you a copy of the Quran.
You have, and
Yeah.
that's what I came for.
And I'll tell you something. I know we can do those philosophical jargon, but one thing I'll tell you, sister, in humanity, that this life will end very soon,
I know.
and we will heading to a journey where Allah said, people, don't think this life is end. I will surely brought you back. The way I bring you back from nothingness. You will be nothingness once again.
I do get that, yeah.
Yes.
I like
So Allah will bring you back. Allah will bring all of us back, and there will be a day of judgment.
Yeah.
And Allah will say, there are two messengers, Najmul and Aziz, came to you. And you know, I mean, look, Allah said, do they not want to come to you? And then when
I like this concept.
when you say, no, there is nobody came in, then Allah will bring me and Najmul in front of you. You won't be able to deny that we convey the message, right? So as a sister in humanity,
I
I
believe-
ask good for you as well. Look,
I believe the response here is see you in another life, brother.
yes, but we want you to see in the paradise, sister, because look, Allah talks about the one who do good and believe and do good. And Allah said, the one who do disbelieve and do bad. These are two different people. They have two different destinations. And Allah said, Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan. Yeah, Allah is the one who is adl, meaning the one who instructs you to justice. And Allah will do justice on everyone. If you do believe and good, Allah will place you to the heaven. If someone who is criminal, murdering and disbelieve, their destination in a different place, because Allah is the judge. And Allah said in one thing, وَمَا اللَّهُ يُرِيدُ ظُلْمًا لِلْعِبَادِ. Allah does not impose injustice to any soul. Yeah. So we invite you to look into Islam, because the message of God that Allah sent through His prophets and messenger, and the last and final was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
As a concept, I like it.
Yes. If you like it, Allah said, enter into it. Be committed, and that shows the sincerity. Look, if you say,
So what you're saying is I'll see you in paradise, right?
we all can see us in paradise if we accept two conditions. That there is only one God we worship, Allah, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a messenger of God. We are going to the same destination.
But I believe you're saying I'll see you in another
Look
life,
after
brother.
yourself. Look after yourself. I hope this is useful. Nazmul, go ahead. No, go summarize it. Come in, inshallah. So, subhanallah, I know there is interruption. We try to cover up the same point. Brother Najmul, mashallah, he brought a new good points as well. But she started as skeptic. She was, as you realize, she was maybe, we give her benefit of the doubt. Let's say she is sincere. And she was labeling her ideas with wrong labeling. So when she was saying nothing,
Yeah.
she's actually believing in something with all powerful.
Yeah.
And we catch up on the all powerful, and you can see she retracted her position, alhamdulillah. And then we go through a deductive way to show that Allah has the attributes of all power. And I have given an example. If you see the demonstration of power, if someone doesn't have the power, how can the power will come? If I don't have the money, I can't give you money. So Allah, the demonstration of this universe actually shows the powers, the design, and alhamdulillah. So she kind of come to the idea that, okay, I understood the Islamic concept now. And then what we have said that if you look at the other gods of the attributes, you can simply reject it, because man cannot be a god.
Yeah.
A statue and the stone cannot be a god.
I think some of the people, they have the
Yeah.
scientific dilemma.
Yeah.
That okay, science is saying that this and science is saying that, but they are not really understanding the core point. Science is never saying that universe does not have a starting.
Yes.
So if the science says universe does have a starting, so as we discussed, the ways is either it's come from nothing, or it's come by itself, or it's come by something else. So when we discuss those things, people agreed on those points that it cannot become from nothing. Then they attributed these things to the higher power or the energy. Then we
Yeah.
try to discuss it. I think she has some. At some point, she's hyper skeptical.
Yeah.
And we try to, break her the confusion. May Allah guide her.
Yeah,
Since the-
I'm gonna add the two more points. Allah mentioned on that verse along the line, Allah said, "Bal la yuqinun," they are not certain. And this is a clear demonstration. When someone try to reject by bringing philosophical jargon into the head, when we ask them, what's your evidence? They cannot back up, and you see the uncertainty come. And this is, and again, the Allah possesses that knowledge of every human being. How did Allah knows that when they try to deny Allah, they will have this issue? That means Allah knows you. That's why Allah is talking about your physical state. Even when you deny, you will be uncertain. Another thing is, often people We don't see Allah knows best. Often people reject Islam just because they love this dunya. They know they will be disciplined, right? People prefer their desire over the truth. And Allah saying, what do you prefer? Do you want this worldly life? Allah said, وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. This worldly life, nothing but a delusion. This doesn't mean that we have to be all saint and Sufis. Allah given a balanced way. Allah said, you are the middle nation, meaning we do everything in moderation. Even we find in the life of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the companion, some of the companion, there's one companion, he said, I'm gonna fast for the whole year. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I fast, I break the fast, and I live my life, I stay with my wife. So it's a balance. You don't go any extreme. So subhanallah, may Allah guide her to Islam. I want to take this opportunity to say that do not forget our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Please make dua for them. Jazakallah khair, Brother Nazmul. Jazakallah khair for your input. May Allah bless you as always. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.